Hi, it's your favorite host. In today's interview, we sit with Crystal Knight, who I lovingly describe as a pleasurable nuisance. You may notice that I am unable to keep silent nor refrain from taking every opportunity to be a verbal menace, which I blame on not taking my ADHD medication and being the least responsible person in the room. And yet, somehow, this interview feels cozy throughout. Enjoy.
Before we go any further, let's be friends.
Nobody trusts anybody now. We're all very tired.
Feelings are mentionable and manageable.
Wow, you made a smart choice and you handled a big feeling. I'm so proud of you.
Welcome back to the Making Friends podcast, the podcast where we talk about friendship, feelings, and building community as a man. I'm Maisy, and today I'm joined by Jake and our first female guest, my best friend of over 25 years, Crystal Knight. Crystal is an occupational therapist, mom, and wife. Hi, Crystal.
Hi.
So just to kind of get us started into this, do you remember how we first became friends?
20-something years ago.
Yeah.
I think my first memories are 4th grade and Miss Sarah Ciota's class.
Yes.
But, I mean, I don't know. I think we just clicked.
Yeah.
We were just each other's people.
Yeah.
That is still more than I remember with any of my guy friends. Like, they bring up, they're like, hey, do you know where we met? I barely remember you.
Well, I think we've spent a lot of time in and out of each other's lives.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Very connected.
We revisit
Yeah.
that time a lot.
We do. We even, when we were in elementary school, we made our own, language. Do you remember that?
I do.
We used to write notes in code.
Yes. Like we had an alphabet.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You guys are nerds.
Big nerds.
Oh, wow. And you were rude.
I'm just here to insult you. It's
Yes.
the whole interview. I'm sorry.
Do you remember how you and Jake became friends? Because you're actually who introduced me to Jake.
Yes, I think we had some class.
Some general class,
Some-
I think it was.
Like, it was a stupid class, right?
It was a throwaway class, easy A,
Yes.
I think. And I don't remember exactly how me and you started joking around.
The vibe.
Probably started insulting you.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
And I would
Senior
assume
year?
instead of me being like, I probably shot something back.
I do remember we traded numbers and everything like that. One of the first things she ever texted me was like, hey, I have a boyfriend. And I was like, don't worry, it ain't like that. Or
Oh,
something like that.
100%.
Yeah.
Very clear boundary.
Yeah, and I was like, no, it's fine. It ain't like that. We're good. Trust me.
I do remember that conversation. I remember thinking, is it? Do I trust this?
If you'd have known my type at that time, you'd have been like, no, I'm safe. I'm safe.
good, I'm
this
good.
guy can't even figure out if he likes men or not. So he's fine. All right, so that's where our kind of friendship grew from there as well. And we hung out a little bit in there. I met Maisy through you, and then we kind of quit talking for a while. He popped up on my feed, my Facebook feed occasionally, just that horrible place. But then we kind of fell out, and I didn't see you again until this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we started dating.
And immediately remembered why I disliked you.
Yeah. It doesn't take long to figure it out.
And I was like, oh, this is who you're friends with? And she's like, she's my best friend. I'm like, all right, you suck for your
My
partner's
best-
friends.
Besties.
I'm sorry, I interrupted there. Go ahead.
You're
You don't
good.
say.
As a man, that is, we don't like women talking too much.
Yes.
Ooh.
Can't have too much women talking to each other in this episode. That would be truly tragic.
Yes.
I'll
High
interject
concern.
with good points. Don't worry.
Yeah, of course.
Let us know when you're ready to do that.
I'll save them. Go ahead. Please, go ahead. Bring this back around, though.
Alrighty, so I guess I kind of want to start with talking about some of your male role models growing up. Personally, I'm thinking obviously about your dad and brother, but other people in your life. Talk a little bit about them. Just growing up, what's your relationship with male role models?
Well, my dad was the best, the best human. He had my back. He was the one that talked to me about puberty and stuff, because I think my mom was just super raised in that conservative type. It's embarrassing to have a period. And I remember I don't know, I guess I had a lot of anxiety, shocking, as a kid. But I remember my chest hurting when my breast started budding, and I was like, I just don't know what's happening. My dad goes, he just sits me down, he looks at me and he says, Crystal, you're growing boobs. It's time for that. And I was like, oh.
Your dad sounds
Okay.
like the sweetest man
Cool.
already.
Her dad was
Freaking-
truly the best.
Oh, freaking love him.
Can I not to just butt in there, clearly I am.
Shocking.
like your dad just like I've never met my dad would have never done that. I don't think with my siblings. He'd like, look, go in there, figure out the pad situation on your own. You're fine. Like, why do you think he was like that? I mean, how did he just know to like be cool with his daughter?
Honestly, that's an excellent question because I mean, he did not grow up with. He grew up around cousins that were mostly female, but he didn't have siblings. Like, he was very close to his mom. His dad was kind of an abusive ass, but, you know, they rekindled or whatever. Rekindled, that's not a good word to use with parents, is it? That's not right. But, like, they made up before his death and whatnot, but maybe it was, like, how much time he spent around women growing up, too.
I will say, as someone with a lot of sisters, I think, again, I was horrible to women for years. I have so much apologizing I need to do for that. But, like, growing up with a lot of sisters, like, I was never grossed out about hearing about, you know, periods and boob stuff and everything like that. In fact, I think it made me really too comfortable around women, maybe. To joke about it to some of my female friends who were probably like, that's not.
Yeah, that's too far.
Pull it back a little bit, Jake. Was it a heavy flow, light flow? What are we doing? What brand do you use? I'll run it. So, yeah, no, I just I always find it a little amazing when I hear a dad that does something like that. My dad didn't even talk to me about, like, my balls dropping. You brought boobs up, I thought I could bring balls up. So, like, it's really cool to me to hear, like, a father is like, hey, you know what? I'm here for you because your mom's not going to be there. Not saying your mom wasn't there.
Yes, no, my mom is a saint, too, so,
Yes. Crystal is like the rare breed of person who actually had wonderful parents. Like,
I don't know why I turned out so shitty.
I'm also curious about that.
Yes, because they were the best.
Yeah, truly the best people. My second set of parents.
Yeah, and my brother, I think, is like my dad reinvented. So
Basically, yeah.
with a little bit of my mom's like intuition. So both my brothers are really great, but my oldest brother was 12 years older than me, so he was more out of the house. But like my middle brother, he always had my back. He always looked out for me. He let me hang around his friends, and I don't know. He was just very protective, but
Yeah.
let me do my thing too. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't gonna censor me or
So,
whatever.
So I'm assuming you're still close with your brother then. and
Yeah.
everything.
He is the best. He was at my house yesterday.
Aw.
Yeah.
I do love hearing close siblings. I'm pretty tight with my sisters as well. All different relationships, of course, with different siblings. And probably the one who's slightly younger than me, we had that, especially when we were younger, that were like, she hung out with me and my friends. And I think it helped her get more comfortable with like an older crowd. And she's very still like that in her own mindset of being social. I don't know what happened to me. I became a hermit. And now I just hate people, including those friends.
Yeah.
So I do, again.
You have to interview people for interaction.
You know what? That is part of this. It's helping me. So there's this joke going along since we've done a few interviews now that like, it's showing me how bad of a friend I am. Like how like I don't check in or I just disappear for long periods of time. I got scolded by a few friends earlier this year for just
That's not fair. I'm
leaving.
shitty too.
Exactly. And it's like as someone who just kind of does his own thing a lot of time, I get scolded, like I was saying, by friends, like, you didn't tell us what was going on, you could have been dead or whatever. I'm sure if I was dead you would have heard,
Right.
you know.
There's obituaries for that.
So yeah, look, someone would have told you. I have too many siblings not to be like, hey, he's dead.
Somebody would know.
There'd be a few people sad. Like, and again, a lot of my siblings are friends, if not close friends, with the guys I grew up with and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's very cool when siblings can also blend together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm being very complimentary over here.
I know. This
You're
is
being so nice to Crystal. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, don't let anyone
This
who
is
listens
not-
to this to be fooled.
not real life.
I'm usually rude to her. I insulted her hair when she got here.
What is with you with my hair today?
You know what? I didn't even wash
Jake
my
hates
hair.
anybody else with curly hair.
Yeah,
He
just
feels immediately
combative.
threatened.
I would let mine down, but I haven't washed mine in like over a week.
Oh, mine's freshly washed.
Yeah, mine would still look better.
It's still wet.
She really got dressed up for this interview. All right, well, I've derailed again. I'm sorry.
No, that's great. You did great.
So, outside your,
Why are you lying to him?
I was curious. So, outside your father and brother, who seem clearly big influence in your life and everything, are there any other like, not just family, but other guys in your life you kind of go to still, or like have male role models?
Yeah. Or have like close relationships with.
As an adult creature?
Yeah.
Most people would say their husband, probably, but she's like,
Will you hush? I was trying to think outside my husband. My husband is, I don't know, he's so different than me. So, like, I go to him all the time because his perspective's so different
yeah.
for me. So, like, I adore that.
Yeah. So you get a good, like, wide variety of perspective when you talk to him.
I
That's
mean,
cool.
I don't know. It might be like a grief thing for me still. Let me talk about my dead parents some more, but
Oh, please.
Like-
We've already had an episode on a dead dad. Please dive in.
well, let's circle back around, shall we? But,
There's a lot of
I mean,
dead
that-
dads in this show.
well, I'm glad I'm here.
yeah.
Like, here I am. But, I mean, that is a lot of times when I think about, like, God damn, why isn't my dad here to pick up the phone, you know? Like,
Yeah.
that is a lot of times what I want to go to. But, no, I'd say my husband is my go-to for anything.
Yeah. That's so cool, though.
Which makes sense because he's your partner.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring out going to certain people, but, I'm getting better.
Right? You're
So
learning.
kind of bouncing off from that, like in terms of making friends, like building community, who do you talk to when you need to talk to somebody? Like what does your community look like in terms of like your
Outside of
social
your
network?
husband.
Outside of my husband
Yeah,
and
who's
my
your
brother.
community? You say your brother?
And my brother. Like, I have husband, I have brother. I have Maze.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my friends that are my coworkers also.
Yeah.
They're probably my biggest, like, network of support right now.
So if you have a bad day, you're most likely to talk to them or like your
Oh,
husband.
girl. I live on my Snapchat.
Oh yeah.
Listen what this bitch did to me.
Wait, so like your work coworkers and everything like that. Are they majority women, men?
Oh,
or-
gosh, yes. We're all female.
No. Okay. Do you feel like there might be something? I didn't mean to step on your
No, you're
question.
good.
Do you think there's
Do you want to apologize again?
I will again.
Or should you just keep doing the same thing?
I'm learning apologizing a lot and just keep doing it. As any good male would do, not learn from his mistakes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just apologize and continue.
I'm slowly just becoming aware of it, fixing it. That's a whole nother thing.
That's therapy. That's not here.
Do you, in your opinion, do you think you're missing out on there not being like any like a guy in that circle, like that network of friends at work and anything like that, or do you think it would just ruin the dynamic? Men do ruin a lot of things.
I don't know. I think I'm the male in the house.
Yeah.
At work.
At work,
not
at
home.
work.
No. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there are clinics that do have men in them. I've just never worked in one. Have I? Maybe.
So do you do anything to build community on that? Then that sounds like no, just kind of wander into them blindly.
Yeah, why not? I don't know.
Friends.
I will say, so one really cool dynamic we have, we do like a community outreach thing with work with Mercer University. We work with their engineering department to adapt cars for kids with special needs.
Yeah.
And that is always such a fun dynamic to me.
Yeah.
Because the engineering there's other honors engineering students that work with the therapists that work with the kids to like do this or whatever, and I'd say like their class is really half and half men and women in their engineering.
That's
Their
awesome.
honors engineering, yes, but like the difference in interaction between most of like the male students versus the female students is very interesting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the females are like, what do you want? Okay, I'll go do that. And the men are like, what?
They're working on their communication skills.
Yeah.
I mean, they are students. I just think that's an interesting dynamic when I was thinking about, like, how would I even work with a man therapist? I don't know. I work with the dads a lot.
Yeah. With your kids.
Oh, gosh.
I am curious to learn more about your because you're an occupational therapist. I'm curious like how like working with dads and kids and everything like that. Maze probably has a way better question, but I'm trying to get her with this. Like, am I cutting in on you again?
No, go for it.
I could apologize again. Working with like the dads and like I am going to focus on the young males you work with and everything like that. Is there any big difference between working with the young males and working with like the young ladies?
You're talking about as the parents of the children I work with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess just to, like, overview, like, the dynamic I have is typically, like, the kids come to therapy, their first evaluation, the parents are really super, super present and, like, asking questions, and, like, I try to really engage the families into what I'm doing. We create a plan together, like, these are our goals for the kids, da-da-da-da-da. And, it never seems to fail that there goes, like, this slow falling of where I'm, like, the parents are like, I'm gonna step out of the room for a minute, and then...
Never come back?
They become less and less engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that happens across
across genders. Yeah.
both groups.
So there is no like lacking where like one parent's more involved than the other. It doesn't come across that way.
I mean, I'm sure there are particular patients where one parent is more involved
Oh, for sure.
than the other, but like not like a clear gender binary between your parents, like moms are more involved or dads are more involved in general.
No, not when both parents are involved in the first place.
Actually, could you tell us a little bit, just a brief overview of what occupational therapy is? Because it occurs to me that maybe listeners are not going to know what that means.
Yeah, I kind of thought about that. So, occupational therapy is a really giant field where we're basically trained to analyze activities and figure out why people aren't able to engage in the activities that they want to engage in. So we're kind of like, we have a medical background, like we do all the like pre-med type classes, we do the cadaver lab and stuff, but we also do all these like creative, like artsy, I don't know, it's an art and a science, but, so particularly for me, like I'm a pediatric OT, so I work with infants right out of the NICU where they're like negative in age to, I have, a couple of young men that are 21 at this point, and so like we're trying to get out into the work field. So it is whatever, the family comes to me and say we're not able to do this. So like for my infants, it's usually trying to get them to go through their developmental milestones so their nervous system matures the way we need it to mature so that they can do all the things they need to do to crawl and walk and talk and eat and all that crazy stuff. Whereas like my older kids, it's us working through like being able to shave their face, like, that's crazy tough. But, working on like pre-driving skills or like, what are we going to do after high school graduation and, that kind of stuff. So I do a whole lot from the gambit of it.
And you primarily work with, it's patients with all kinds of different special needs, but it's a lot of autistic population. Is that, yeah.
I work with a lot of, just general developmental delay with the younger kids. So, like, you don't really know what's going on. It might be cerebral palsy. It could be autism. It could be, just they were premature and their system's got to catch up to where they need to be.
Yeah.
But I would say, like, the vast majority is definitely cerebral palsy and autism.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's motor skills and also, like, sensory type kind of developmental stuff.
Sensory, cognition, yeah.
Okay.
The whole gambit.
Yeah.
I am curious, like, is there, since you work with children of all ages and everything, is there, like, once they get, a little older, is there any difference in how, like, the males take to the therapy in comparison to...
It's been, so I have a couple of boys that I've seen since they were like 2 and 3 years old that are still on my caseload. Like we kind of have just progressed with each other that, at the beginning we were working on very low, like young kid skills, like holding a pencil correctly and getting ourselves dressed. And, as like they've aged, like they've run into more issues, like more coordination because of their diagnosis, like they have more coordination issues and they want to be able to play football with the other kids. And like the executive functioning stuff has been so interesting to, I guess, watch them develop because like their poor little ADHD brains, for lack of a better term, is, they prioritizing, planning. And so we work on all those skills now, and it's been really fun to watch them grow and like learn with them. But I have been so amazed to watch how like they still respond. Like we have such a relationship that they're willing to do things. I feel like sometimes I think about it. I'm like, do you think that like I'm your aunt?
Right. Like our relationship is so close at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. And there's a whole, anyway, I won't get into all that, but it's been really fun to watch them. And I've had to take some steps back sometimes and really try to figure out, like, how do I keep this where they want to do for me? Because they do get kind of like, I'm too old for this.
Angsty teen rebellion. Yeah.
And I think I don't know. For the most part, I've been successful at it, so.
So when you're watching your patients kind of grow up, especially like the boys, what kind of dynamics are you seeing them talk about in terms of like making friends and like connecting with other people?
Yeah, especially considering, most of my kids are like
autistic.
Yeah,
neurodivergent.
Like neurodivergent in general. It's a lot of I see in the population that I work with it's very black or white thinking. It's very you do one thing and you're on my no-no list.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I do try to, like, because I have that relationship with them, not necessarily in, like, my realm of therapy, just in my existence in their life, try to talk them through those kinds of relationships. And
Oh, so you actually talk about these things with them, and it's not just like okay, I'm learning so much here.
Yeah, no, that's a big part of her job, actually.
I was not gathering that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
well, so I guess that's the other part of explaining what I do. Typically, I see these kids on a weekly basis for like an hour, 1 day a week, same time every week, just like a therapist or a mental health therapist, whatever. So yeah, I mean, I've watched them grow. I know they come in and talk to me, John said da 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 da. Matthew was a today. My favorite thing is when they come in and cuss at me, and I'm like, we're not that cool.
Wow, you could be that cool though.
No, well, I don't want to get myself in trouble. I tell them they have to shut the door because there are children in the hallways. They cannot hear that kind of foul language.
Yes.
But
You can't be cussing where all the kids can hear you.
yes, but it is. I don't know. It's kind of bittersweet that I don't know.
It does sound like you build like a really close bond with these kids.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, so I know they're friends. I don't know them, but
You hear about them all the time. Yeah.
I know exactly who's who because there's a running, dynamic that I get to watch, which is neat.
So you mentioned like working on things where they want to like play football with their friends or like engage in these sort of activities. What sort of activities are you like working with them to be able to do more of in terms of like not like day-to-day activities of daily living, but like community sort of engagement like football?
Yeah, so I mean, for this kid, the only reason, like this kid in particular that I'm thinking about, the only reason I would ever work on football as a skill is because of the social engagement for him.
Yeah.
Like, he is a recluse. I don't know why I looked at Jake when I said that.
Future joiner of the curmudgeon group.
Yes.
We like being alone.
Right. But he has made an actual effort to, like, first of all, be active, which, as a low-tone kid, he is just, like, couch potato. But also, like, he wants to do this with his friends. He wants to stay after school and do practice. Like,
Right.
he has found something that, like, intrinsically motivates him, I feel like, for the first time in, like, 6 years. So, and as, like, a human, like a...
Right, yeah.
a preteen that has, like, real existence.
Right.
I don't know how to explain that more nicely than that. But, so, like, his coordination, his strength is all a huge barrier for him. And
Right.
he just is going to fall on his face a lot. And
Yeah.
that's just going to be part of it for him. So, like, the only reason I would take on this challenge with him is because of how motivated he is to have this community.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing, like, what do they call it? Like, he's kind of like the towel guy.
Oh, yeah, like the
right
water
now
boy.
for the,
Yeah.
yes, for the team right now. Like, so he's, like, interjected his way in.
He's found his nice little, like, first little hole into that group
Yeah.
and everything like
Yeah.
that.
And so, meantime, we're trying to scramble and figure out how to, like, get him up to par for any type of participation in this.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, because I
Building up
mean,
to like a physical activity, like actually getting out there and like getting hit and whatnot. I guess I don't play football.
I mean, I am analyzing the activity as I go because, and what middle schoolers, I mean, I guess they play real football. I probably need to find out about that, but
Yeah.
Like in real time, she's figuring out I should probably search football.
Which is funny because Crystal is a big football fan.
I love
actually.
football. But I don't know what it looks like on a middle school level.
Yeah.
I wish I could help you with this, but I am famously not into sports.
Yeah.
I tried playing baseball
Perfect.
once. Yeah, no. I know nothing about sports. I was on the wrestling team once.
Oh.
There's a little picture of me in a singlet at my mom's house, which
I
Maisy
got to see
loves.
over the weekend. It was very
Oh,
cute.
I bet that was so satisfying.
It was very cute.
There's not
Did
many.
you steal it?
No, I wanted to. I actually really wanted to take a lot more pictures of the pictures of Jake in his mom's house, but for his privacy, I only took one.
That is the only place you'll see this. My mother has all those pictures of just Jake figuring it out. And even in my sports pictures, just alone. It's like, why do you pick the one thing where you don't work as a team out there?
Just a little cutie pie.
Yeah. So I get it.
In the outfield?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When I did play like t-ball or whatever, I like put him out there.
Just
He's
put him
not
out there in the
good.
field. He's just gonna pick, dandelions and look at this guy.
My father told me very early, you're not really coordinated. That's
Okay,
maybe,
so you get where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
maybe you should be a reader. And that's why that went down. Yeah, I am someone who I've always been able to make friends. Like it's always been pretty easy for me for some reason, even though I've always been just this horrible individual. Always been, pick at
A lot of
people.
self-confidence.
Yeah, I look over the moon about myself, but I've always also just like been okay with not having friends, and for some reason that has always just attracted people to me.
Yes, that ambivalence.
Like I openly tell people I don't want you to be my friend. They're like, I'm gonna love you until the end of the world. I'm like, you're gonna be like a brother to me. I really don't want you as a friend. Here's my number. I'm never gonna contact you. And then for somehow they work their way into my life, and before I know it, they're like, Jake, what do you think? And I'm like, I don't care. And hence this project, basically,
Yes.
of me trying to figure out why I'm such a horrible friend, and yet people love me. This is for me. This is a journey for me.
So I said, this is really just for your benefit.
Yeah, we might even put these up. I'm just going to listen back and go, all right, this is where I need to improve.
This is how I gain control of the human race.
I'm already better than Crystal. That's fine. But I do find that it's again, I don't hang around a lot of young kids. It's always fun hearing about like people who also deal with not being good at just prefer to be at home and be a recluse.
Yeah.
I'm a hermit, if you will. None of my other siblings are like that, nor like any of my most of my nephews are outgoing and stuff. They're all kind of going, so it's nice to hear there's other weirdos out there.
Yeah, they definitely exist.
For sure. Call a child a weirdo, but okay.
They would take it from me.
Yes, they self-identify that way for sure.
Yeah.
Crystal and I certainly did when we were their age.
For sure.
And then, like, do you ever have any issues with these, like, I guess, since we're mainly focusing on young males and everything, is there ever, like, an issue, like a line crossing or anything like that?
I have not experienced that. I mean...
Not with anybody getting, like, aggressive or even, like, semi-sexual or anything like that. That's good.
Within the clinic, like... I hate to call it issues. Like, these are kids that have been through...
Right, yeah, they're children.
Things. So, like, not personally, but of course it does happen. Like, they've been traumatized at times. You know, we do work with kids that are in foster care and yada, yada, yada. That who knows what they've been through to cause their developmental delays. But,
exactly, yeah.
But not personally.
That's good.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Definitely a good thing, yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to drag out any horror stories. I think, like, actually, this one person.
Yeah, I was like, let's not go there, actually.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, if there's any time you don't feel like sharing anything, please just let us know. And we'll keep pushing.
Correct.
I will. Maze would be nice.
The good news is I'm very good at boundaries.
All right, so let's move on from your work and talk a little bit about, like, your outside of work life, your personal life.
You mean my children?
Yeah, your children, or, just like your friendships. What are your relationships with men in your life like in general? Like what are you noticing in terms of like how they emotionally regulate, like how they reach out to community, and like, are you seeing trends with the men in your life where you find like they have trouble like talking about their feelings and connecting with people?
Yeah. So, I mean, really most of my outside world is like my husband and kids.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for him, I don't know, I think he's more emotionally regulated than me some days, but we'll see if that's all a facade one day, right? If it blows up. But
Starts cracking.
yeah. I mean, I wish I had his skills of being able to let things roll off the way he does. And like, honestly, he's taught me a lot about not letting things be so big.
Yeah.
Which has been a beautiful thing for my mental health. Now he very much is an internalizer and doesn't reach out. Like, that's not going to be a helpful thing for your what you're going for here. But I think he went through a lot when he was younger. And it was like a survival. Like, either you figure out how to be healthy in your brain or you go down a really ugly path.
Yeah.
And I think when he had his daughter, it was no, you figure this out.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be there for her. And I don't know where he learned his skills, but emotionally he's very oddly impressive.
Yeah.
Just follow up on this. You said he's like an internalizer, so like I'm assuming like you're one of the few people he shares that with. Then,
I mean,
or does he even like hold back and just kind of like deal with it?
right.
himself?
I think he just deals with it inside, and he's like,
I feel like a lot of guys do that. Maybe not as healthily as your husband does, but there is a lot of just being around the men I grew up and everything. They're like, well, you keep it in.
Yeah, you just bottle it up.
And again, you can deal with it healthily. I think
Yeah.
you can keep it in and deal with it healthily.
right, because I'm waiting for the big giant like blow up from him, because I'm just like, how are you just okay so much of the time?
Yeah.
And I think that's fine, because I know the guys you're talking about, then every once in a while you'll see them have this like moment or day and they're like, oh, what the fuck is this? Are you good? And then the next day they're like, they had to let it
You're
out
right,
or whatnot.
yeah.
And they're back to doing it. I am not great at that. Again, someone who likes being alone a lot, I've had to learn to sit there and just work through it. Therapy has been amazing for me.
Thank you for saying that out loud.
Yes.
Oh, therapy is phenomenal. I just,
Big proponents of therapy on this podcast.
yeah. God, the first time I sat down with my therapist after intake, and she was basically like, "We're going to start with your childhood," and I was like, "Why would you want to start there?"
We don't need to deal with that.
And she
Over and
was
done.
very patient. I was like, "It's okay, guys aren't good about." Well, she didn't say guys. It was like some people just. I assumed she meant guys, but some people aren't great at talking about these and getting it out and everything. And then I made a lot of jokes, and then she was just basically like, "Oh, you're really funny and everything like that, blah blah blah, but you usually use it as a defense mechanism.
Yes.
You don't
Let's
say.
just talk honest and everything." I'm like, "There's no way I can do that."
Yes. No. You mean I can't deflect? Ew.
Like, I'm gonna tell you something really tragic or horrible about my childhood or something that makes me sad, and then I'm gonna pair it with some kind of joke. And just laugh. It will make me feel good. If you just sit there and take a note, I'm like, was that not funny? I'm working on my bits in here.
Was my joke not good enough?
She figured out pretty early on. She's like, well, you like to sketch out your conversations before you go hang out with people and everything. You're not great at being just like spontaneous with it. You think of all your conversations. And I do. If I know something's coming up, I sit around, I come up with bits, interesting things to talk about, especially if I know the people somewhat. I slowly start learning about them, so I'm like, oh, I know this, and this, or like I can learn something they'll know about, and to give them something to talk about.
Yeah, you got nepotism.
Yeah, and my therapist is like, I want you to
That's so
stop
impressive.
doing that, because I want you to just next
That's a
conversation.
lot of work.
Yes.
I've been working really
I
hard.
wonder why you're a recluse. Is it too much work to hang out with people?
It can be a
Exactly.
lot. I am usually exhausted, but I've gotten better about just kind of sitting in that awkwardness of not having like a pre-planned joke or skit or.
Do people still want to hang out with you?
I weirdly, yes. In fact, some people have mentioned you
Not
seem
necessarily.
so more like just like carefree. I'm like I'm dying. It's really hard just to be a normal person.
When we were at Jake's friend's house over this past week, one of the friends was like, he seems so much happier around you. And I was like, thank you.
Therapy and having someone who's like, hey, no, we're going to talk about these things. I'm like, no, I want to go get in a hole and be left alone for a week.
This is my hole. Why are you looking at me in my hole?
Exactly.
Before Maze came into my life, there's one thing I really love doing is I'll just be like nonverbal for days. Because a lot of people who know me outside, they're like, you're a yapper, you're a talker, you won't shut up. And then I was like, oh, that's what I put out around people because I get anxious. But honestly, when I'm at home by myself, I go days without talking. To the point where I'm
You
like,
with
I
the
should...
cat?
What's that?
You don't speak to your cat?
We meow at each other. But usually, like, it's a very quiet home.
Yes.
Like, I have my headphones on usually, I'm doing something, I'm reading, and then, like, after a few days, I'm like, oh, you should probably make a noise of some sort to make sure your throat still works. Or I'll walk down to
Use
the
it or
coffee
lose
shop.
it.
Yeah.
I'll walk down to the coffee shop, and there's a guy there who I hate, but he loves me. He's like, Jake, buddy, come on in, Jake the Snake. And I'm like, I hate you. We'll censor his name.
I'm sure he can't figure out who he is by that conversation.
But he is someone one of those people that drags you out. He's a very outgoing person. So when I need that, and like especially if Mason's there, I walk down there and get that little bit of touch. So that's why I was going on this whole tangent about how a lot of guys do internalize things, and it can be hard to just bring it out and talk about it. Like I still feel like I deal with it somewhat healthily on my own, but I think some guys who don't ever go to therapy never figure that out.
So I don't want to get too personal about your relationship. You can like stop me and we don't have to talk about this if you don't want to, but
I will follow up.
But I am curious about like the emotional labor dynamics of your relationship, because that is like a really common thing of like women having to do a lot of the emotional labor while men just kind of exist. And so I was curious about that dynamic.
I don't feel that way.
Okay.
I feel like I bring to him my emotions, and he's able to like help me categorize them.
He helps you process through them. So
Yeah.
very much kind of the opposite.
Yeah. I don't know. He's just a very logical thinker, so like he's able to be like, I think that's misplaced. Like that goes over there. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know. It's very helpful for me.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask even more personal question now. Now, you have been married prior to this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was not a good choice.
We all make bad decisions.
Yes.
Like, now, was that the same thing? Now, were you in that relationship? Can I ask if there was the emotional burden put on you then?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Did he?
He was more or less absent from. I mean, okay. Let me be fair. That like we did have a really beautiful, I feel like, working relationship. That's so ugly. Like he was my best friend like as a teenager, and I think drugs just took his brain from any sort of good existence.
Because this is the guy you were dating when I first met you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a long relationship.
I was fiercely loyal to, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was misplaced. I don't know.
Yeah.
So don't do drugs, kids. It's just not worth it. But
No, do drugs. It's fine. No, don't do drugs. I'm
Don't do
sorry.
drugs.
do drugs responsibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, if you can do drugs responsibly,
Do drugs in moderation.
Like maybe not opiates. Like opiates are just bad. Meth is not great.
Yeah.
Just make good choices.
That's what I want to go. No, try meth once. No, don't do meth.
No, don't try meth once.
Smoke weed, do some shrooms, have a good time.
Yes, just no. Never mind.
Actually, no.
Don't
do
I'm
drugs,
a bad
kids.
influence on this show.
Yes, let me be quiet.
But yeah, so
I don't know where I was going with that.
Your first relationship, very different in terms of the emotional labor dynamics than your current relationship.
Oh yeah.
You found yourself doing a lot of the emotional labor for first
Yeah,
marriage.
I don't know. He was and he was just very unhealthy anyway. Like he was so unhappy within himself that like he thrived on. I feel like thrived on causing chaos in my existence and making me feel
Out of control.
Yes,
Yeah.
like making me emotionally like so explosive or freaking out or in like panic. Mm-hmm. Like he would do whatever he could to cause that reaction.
Right.
So
And while he was
it was
doing,
incredibly unhealthy for me.
Right. Yes.
And he was getting his rocks off.
and while he was doing that, were you also like his only like a lot of times in a situation where like usually that person who's causing chaos or making the other person's life hard, they're also their main emotional support at the same time. So you're like his like only person he could reach out to. Did he have other community or any like other person he could just speak to about things that were going on in his life?
Sure. The women he'd bring to my house
Oh,
while I was working to pay my mortgage. Yeah, it was very unhealthy. Not great. I think, I mean, he did have, male friends. His bestie was off overseas somewhere doing something, so they couldn't time-wise talk that much, and his other friend, I think, got tired of his shit, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah. When you're with somebody who's that like mentally
yes,
volatile,
like he's
it can
always
be.
in crisis,
Yeah.
and something's always horrible. And if I have something going on, he's got something.
More.
He has to make something.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I sliced my hand open on Christmas Day. You have to take me to go get stitches because you were paying attention to your family too much. Like that kind of like.
were you paying too much attention to your family?
Yeah, no. Yes.
You know what? Yeah.
Yes, I was, because he's a pain in my ass. And
I did imagine when you said the women he brought to your home and everything like that. I just imagine he was like just sitting there and goes, I really need to get this off my chest. I have some emotional baggage I can talk about. My wife's not helping me.
no, that wasn't it.
That was not the vibe.
That was not what I meant.
It's always women carrying the burden with that kind of guy, you know? Emotional baggage, man keeping galore.
So how about your current husband? Like, does he have a lot of like close friends that he can talk to? Like, I know that you said he kind of internalizes a lot of things, but like, does he have like a strong support network?
Does he have some bros?
He does. I think he has kind of the same relationship that you and I have, where it's like we pop in and out of each other's existence a lot.
Yeah.
You're
I
talking
think,
to Maze. I thought you were pointing at me.
Oh, no. Oh, yes. All the people of our podcast right now can see me pointing to Maze right now.
No, that's true.
Yes. Anyway, but yeah, that I think like pop in and out, like we do.
Checking on each other,
Yeah.
you know.
Like he randomly gets phone calls from his friends. So, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, what the heck? Why did you answer that phone call? Because it's somebody like he knew in high school that just called like, what you doing, buddy? Like, how is your life? And I'm like, I never would have picked up that phone call.
Right?
I've been like, they need something.
They want money. Or they want to try and sell me on an MLM.
Yes, they want me to come demo their vacuum.
Yeah. They're trying to do a Tupperware party.
I don't want to be a part of this.
I would go to something like that just for to have something.
You would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Because I'd be a menace the whole time.
You would be
a mess.
so annoying.
Oh, God. They would never invite me back.
There was this trend in the early 2000s of women doing, like, they are MLMs, but it's like Tupperware, spices, sex toys. Those are the things.
All the important women things.
Exactly.
Right. Those are what women are motivated by.
Spices, Tupperware, and having an orgasm.
Yes. You know? I can't refute that, actually.
I like good food.
I like
and
food.
I like a good orgasm.
Exactly.
Same. Good food and good orgasm.
God, this is not, men and women aren't so different after all.
That's true.
Yeah, we're coming together in orgasm. If we can only get out of this capitalistic society.
Yep.
I fiercely believe that conservatives are against orgasms, but that's just me.
That does need to be an episode. Though.
Women's orgasms, my bad. Let me say that. They're against women's orgasms.
Okay.
Men can come, women can't.
Can't, or it's just like, if they do.
I've met conservative men. They're not worried about it. They're just like, well, we'll get around to them. They have their toys. They have parties about it.
I mean...
Just killing these callbacks, Jay.
Do you like to pat yourself on the back?
I do. I do. Because my friends don't. I wasn't sure.
Yes.
I'm very supportive if you allow me to be. The problem is you take it and you go...
I refuse to let you be.
Blow up your head.
I actually, when I talk to Maisy about you, I'm like, is Crystal good? Is she fine? Yeah, she's doing great. Okay, well, tell her I called her a bitch. And just... but don't tell her I wanted to make sure she was okay.
Yeah, so like the other day... What was happening that you said Jake said something? I was like, I don't think he did. What was that?
I remember we were texting and Jake was there and he was like, tell her I said, what up, bitch?
I'm aggressive with certain friends.
And then you were like, does he always have to be so aggressive?
Right, like...
Like, actually, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Only the people I care about.
Yeah, it is how you show love.
It's loving aggression. Yeah, right. Between the two of you.
I guess it just didn't feel mean enough. I was like...
That's not mean enough for Jake.
Right. You know how, like, sometimes, like, you're sitting with somebody, I'm like, I'm going to tell so-and-so you said hey, and they're like, okay. That's what I felt like the situation was.
You're like, Jake didn't say that. Jake didn't
say that. That's too much effort.
Jake would be way more creative than that.
Right. She just wants me to know that Jake's there.
That is how most of my friendships go. I'm working on being kinder.
Are you?
I'm trying.
Because?
Of me.
Therapy, her... Pretty much so many people in my life, they're like, you're getting old, Jake, maybe don't be so grumpy. I'm not going to do that. I'm trying. I'll check on you. I've started checking on people. I hate it. I don't know how to, like, hey.
I think the podcast is probably responsible for a lot of that.
It's just...
Like, every interview you do, you begin a new, like, group text with a new man that you've interviewed.
Yeah. I've known some of these guys 10, 15, 20 plus years.
Do these people check it on you?
Some of them do, yeah.
Do you respond?
Yeah. Very private. The thing is, like, a lot of them, I'll disappear for years at a time. Like, I'll move overseas or I'll do that. And I don't tell them. I'll just be gone. Like, when I moved to my place now, I just, like, told people I was leaving and then just left. Didn't tell them where. I gave them an idea of the state. And then, but I didn't tell them when. They were like, hey, we should grab dinner. I'm gone. Which got me a scolding from a few of them.
Yes.
You don't say.
Like, I was like, I've done this so many times. Like, yes, and it's getting old. Tell us, we worry. We could have been dead. I'm like, I'm not. But I'm working on that.
Yeah, you understand that's not the point. Like, it's not really about you being dead or not.
No, they're worried. They're concerned.
Okay. As long as you do understand that part.
I do get it. It's just like, for me, like, I'm very capable of, like, a lot of people just picking up wherever I am, and it doesn't bother me. I can jump right into a friendship, start joking. I'm very comfortable in that way. I'm trying to get better about that, and I will say, every episode I've had, I've learned, again, so much about people I've known decades. Mm-hmm. Like, there's been times where, like, yeah, I've had, like, these dark thoughts. I'm like, I've known you so long, you seem so happy. Let's
Well,
talk
for
about it.
sure.
Yeah. We never talked about this before.
And it's been this, and a lot of these guys, you know, they're very honest and stuff, and it's nice seeing them like talk about. Again, we've had moments where a guy's like, "I've never thought about that before." I'm like, "It seems like it would, but I hadn't thought about it until therapy." It's like I didn't think about treating my partner that way. I'm gonna think about it. I'm like, oh God, maybe I'm helping these guys a little bit.
Yeah.
That was one of the main goals because I just want to like. I know so many guys who struggle with these things, and they even struggle admitting it to themselves, you know, until they got, you know, a gallon of vodka in them or whatever. And they're like, I'm the horrible person. Yes, but we can get better.
It is kind of like the classic meme about male friendship that like, and this is something I've experienced over the years too, just like with partners, to be like, hey, you just talked to your best friend. Like, how's he doing? Oh, I don't know. Is he still with his girlfriend? I don't know. How's his mom? I don't know. I didn't talk to him about any of that. We just
Like,
watched.
what did y'all talk about?
We just played a video game, and then
Right.
we had no meaningful conversation.
That's what husbands think is fishing. So,
Yeah.
like, when his bestie comes into town, they go fishing out on some water.
What do they talk about when they're on the boat?
I don't know.
Is it just
but
silent?
I don't think so.
Surely they're talking about something.
Right? I mean, I think that's when they get their... Yeah, I think that's where they get their... I don't know.
Togetherness time.
Yeah. I hear them talk on the phone, but it's usually, I done had another baby, and I don't know. They're very family people.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand, but okay.
I know, well, and that's what I'm sitting here thinking about. I feel like, you know, of course he enjoys, like, his guy time or whatever, and he does play, like, online games at random with his
Friends.
men friend.
Yeah.
Friends. But
His
I don't know.
boyfriend.
I also feel like my husband was made to be husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Husband is his primary role.
Yes.
I find it so funny because like a lot of
It's
the
very good for me. I'm very high needs.
Yeah.
yeah. I thought you were gonna stop on very high, and you're like high needs. I'm like both. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I find it because I don't often I don't play video games, so I don't talk chat. A lot of my guy friends do play video games, like chat, hang out, and I just find like I have better shit to do. Nothing against games. Do your thing. Or like they talk about sports or like these traditional guy things.
Yeah.
And I fall very short. I know nothing about sports. I like when we get together, I call them like sports gatherings and stuff. And it feels so funny. I've had so many guys walk up like, oh, what do you think of the game? Oh, I don't know what's going on. And then they begin to try to explain it to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, go ahead. And I will play along for my own amusement.
Are you
And-
listening or are you thinking of something clever to say?
Oh, I'm listening because I'm gonna say something mean or clever to them. And then when they get done doing some big explanations, like, well, that's a gold star, blah 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 blah. I'm like, yes. I once got a gold star in kindergarten. It was weird. Or like I just openly flirt with them to make them feel uncomfortable.
Jake's
So,
a menace, is what he's saying.
and the thing is, like, I again, even when we were at my friend's house that night, these guys immediately came in and started talking about sports. And for me, that's as deep as that conversation got for them. And then they just started singing jingles and talking about these dumb jokes. Not clever jokes. I wasn't talking at that point in time.
Well, of course. The jokes would have been clever.
But as soon as you started breaking down, I did end up having a pretty good conversation with one of the guys there. And he started telling me about his, like, him moving to, like, where we're from and everything. And, like, friendship that kind of come and gone in his life and everything. But outside of that, it was just sports talk and yelling and singing jingles. And I was annoyed by the jingles, the sports talk, and the nonsense.
And the yelling.
And the yelling. And I struggle with that. I think I have better relationships with the women in my life because they're more adept at talking about things outside of, like... Don't worry, I love a good tea. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes like emotions and stuff like that, I think a lot of guys struggle with that. Or getting past like, hey, did you catch me on that insert video game title here that I don't know? I don't know video games. I don't know how to relate on those things. And it's even, I'm a big reader. None of my I have like one guy friend reader. And he reads horrible books.
We won't talk about that. I will say husband is like a girl's guy too. Like all his like good friends growing up were
The best.
For women. Mm-hmm. Well, let me kind of refocus a little bit and go back
Yeah, sorry.
to talking about your husband and your kids. So, like, what is his role, like, as a dad? And, like, how is he doing with, like, raising, because you have 2 girls.
Yes.
What's
He was
that
also
like?
made to be a girl dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like we have a very special dynamic because my stepdaughter, but his daughter is 12 and has cerebral palsy. So she's completely dependent across the board for everything. But I mean, he does everything that a caregiver does for a 12-year-old. Like, I mean, he has to change her pads and bathe her and all the girl stuff, because we do have 2 girls, so
Yeah.
and like I'm still breastfeeding our baby, so we get kind of delineated that way,
Right.
because of that. But I mean, he handles it all with such like dignity and grace, and
That's pretty amazing.
yeah, it's beautiful.
How about
really
like
beautiful.
since your eldest daughter is like coming up on puberty, she's 12 now, like how is that going in terms of like him dealing with her like puberty, teeny angst type kind of stuff, friendships and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, that's a little bit of a different dynamic. It's funny because I feel like when he's, I don't know if you guys are like understanding the parent dynamics, but it always feels like there's like a primary parent that, and I don't mean that to say like all the time, like he's primary in this moment.
Right.
So like I feel like his dynamic with her when he's primary versus when he's not is so different. And I think it is with me too.
Right.
So like when it's him and her, like they can sit down and have like a 1-to-1 conversation about some like pretty deep stuff, and he's really there for her and stuff. And then, you know, whenever he's not really the primary at the time, it's more like, why are you worried about that?
Let it roll off your back.
Yeah.
Right. Like, who cares? Which, of course, to a 12-year-old, she's like, everything's ruined.
Yeah, this is the biggest, scariest thing that's ever happened to me. Yeah.
I do think that's good that he's supportive, though, when you're saying he's the primary. Yeah. I think that's better to most of the dads I knew growing up with and everything. Like, what's wrong with you? No, I don't hear about your emotions.
Right.
One of my favorite stories, when I was trying to deal with my emotions as a teen, my dad just bought me an axe and was like, go chop wood.
Ah.
He's like, if you're
What a
exhausted,
great
you can't be
cooking
depressed.
skills. Great cooking skills.
There's one thing we can say about Chuck. The man knew how to...
Chuck.
Yeah, he knew how to deal with emotional needs for children.
Yes. Chopping
Exhaustion.
wood.
Exhaustion. That's how he dealt with it.
Yeah.
Yes, you can't be depresso if...
Yeah,
You
that
can't
certainly
move.
doesn't carry through into Jake's adult life, where he works himself out to exhaustion when he feels things.
That's not true.
Yeah. Is that not true?
I do have a whole...
You got real quiet.
I have a whole new workout routine I'm going to do when I get home, because someone said, oh, Jake, you look great. Your belly looks a little bigger. Well, I'll be jogging 7 miles for the next 2 months.
Don't we love our families? Isn't that wonderful?
That's so cute.
Very passive-aggressive compliment. Oh, my God, you look great and everything. Well, your belly's a little bigger. I'm like, all right, bitch, okay. We'll censor her out. That's enough about me. We're not here to talk about me.
Aren't we, though?
Do you have any more questions for
I
Crystal?
do. Just, and this is, I guess, a little more abstract. Masculinity in general. Do you have any, like, thoughts on it? Just what you can fit. I know that's a very broad question. When it comes to just, like, men today and everything, how they approach culture. And since you work with young males as well, do you notice, like, there's any, like, I don't want to say dangerous, but, like, toxic or, like, traits that worry you or movements going on? Young men, older men, you have an older brother. You have 2 older brothers, right? Mm-hmm. Like, is there anything that makes you worry for, like, guys this day and age?
I don't know. So I struggle a lot because I feel like the older I got, the more I was like, why are gender roles even like in existence? Like, I don't know. It's about who you are as a person or whatever. So like, and I feel like the younger generations are, I don't know, more like that. They just exist. Mm-hmm. Like it's not.
Let's focus on gender.
Right. It's not so present. Mm-hmm. I will say one of the kids used the word gay as a derogatory thing the other day, and I was like, that cannot possibly still be a thing.
That's so outdated.
Right? Like, how old are you?
Right, that's from our middle school years.
Like, you heard that from your dad. Come on.
Right, like, grow up. Ew.
Be clever.
Right.
You say that, but I have heard guys in my own age still do like the gay jokes and stuff like I love when they go no homo, and I'm just like, oh no, very much homo.
All right, homo is felt.
Very much.
Homo is felt.
Full homo.
Full.
When they say it to me, I'm like, oh, you touched me, I'm fine with it. And they're very uncomfortable. I would not go into it.
I do have like a lot of hope though for.
I do too. I've read some
generation.
kind of doom articles and stuff like that about the youths and all that jazz, and like how they're really going down some bad rabbit holes and everything, especially young males, since that's what we're focused on. But I have hope. I think they're better. They're going to be better than the millennials and all that jazz, and the boomers and all that. So I do have hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have hope.
A little bit of hope.
I think the kids are going to be okay.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, but I do have hope and everything like that.
So, before we go, just want to talk a little bit about your brothers and, like, their dynamics.
Yeah. So I think my brothers are very, very different people, which is so interesting. Like, my oldest brother's very reserved. Getting a reaction out of him is like, you're going to fight tooth and nail for anything. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's like him in general. Like, even his like wife talks about that. Like, I don't think he's any more even with her than he is
Anybody?
with anybody. I don't know. So like communicating with him is like, oh my gosh. And like I said, he's 12 years older than me, so like whole different generation. Whereas my middle brother that's only 2 years older than me, he I feel like is so much more, I think, aware of himself and his emotions. But he's very much the internalizer until it explodes. And I call him on the right day and I ask him a question and I can just feel it exist. You know?
Yeah.
So I think he is that kind of person. But I think what's really been really cool for him is like he's had like the same friend group since like middle school. But also unfortunately for him, like he recently lost the last of that friend group. So like I wonder how that has changed for him, because like those were always the people that he could go to. And not to say that he doesn't have parts, like the older parts of that friend group still.
Right.
But like that original middle school group
Yeah.
has just, death.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he has other friends. He seems like a guy who's got friends and everything like that. But like, since that group, that that very kind of, I guess, core group he's had for a very long time, does he have any? I don't want to say replacement because that's not a good word for that. But
No,
like,
I mean the group did evolve into a larger group. So like
right.
it was originally just a couple, like two guys, and both of them have passed away. But as like they got in high school, more people came into that group. Like he's always had a good group of friends. Like he was like the party house where people hung, and he always like had the big house with 5 roommates and that kind of thing. So like he's still Bessie with like what I would consider like the new core, which isn't even new. That's like a 15-year-old group of people.
so he does still have these friends he
Yeah.
can reach out to when he's like needs to like talk.
That did actually remind me of a thing I wanted to ask about, since you have lost both your parents and then your brother lost 2 of his friends. What are you noticing about like the way that you processed your grief versus like the way that he did?
Heavy question.
That is a heavy question, yeah.
What about your parents dying? Good question, man.
Well, and I mean every piece of that is just so different. So like when my dad died, we knew like he was sick, and then he, the cancer spread, and like we knew for sure like he was gonna die within 2 to 3 months, and I mean it progressed exactly as we expected. Like everything was just, I don't know. When I think about it, it was so otherworldly, like experiencing that death, and we all came together as a family. Like my oldest brother, we really didn't have a lot of communication with because of some like crazy stuff, but I mean they ended up moving back to town, and like we all just kind of came back together with that. So like in that death, while there was so much sadness, there was so much good, like that came from us spending that last 2 to 3 months as like a solid family. Like it was really, really beautiful in the worst way possible.
Right.
But so like, when my dad did die, my middle brother moved in with me and my mom, because I had moved in with I had left my husband at the time and moved in to take care of my dad. And anyway, so all of us were living back in the same house that I grew up in, and we were all just like really there for each other. And of course my brother he just stays busy. Like that's how he copes with life, I think, is work.
That's your middle brother?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, and then I don't know. I went through all the sad of, let me tend the garden through my tears.
Yeah.
And, of course, like that external allowing it out. And then when my mom died, it happened that day. Like we were out shopping and having a time, and then she was dead. Like it was nuts. And I don't think I've ever seen either of my brothers so hurt.
Yeah.
As I did that day.
Yeah, when your mom passed away, like your brother is famously not like a touchy-feely type kind of person, but I hugged him.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, whoa, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was monstrous.
Yeah.
And so, like, there was a lot more, like, external grief with her. And watching him deal with, like, his friends, I know how much it hurt him, and, like, but I feel like he held it off. Like, that's shitty. That sucks.
Yeah.
But I know inside that's not, like, that is not how big it was. And I do remember one night I called him, and it's gonna make me cry, but we were talking about his friend, because we knew he was sick, and, like, he had gone through this treatment that, like, they were hopeful would do it, but, you know, it didn't. And it pretty much was a thing of him telling me, like, I hate how life is because I'm so busy, and I missed his call, and, you know, I don't even know how to get a hold of his husband because, or his, I don't know if they were married, his partner, whatever, because they live up in Maryland. I don't even know if my best friend's dead. Like, I remember him saying those words to me, and I could just hear it in his voice, like that voice breaking. And I mean, we talked and talked and talked and talked, and I don't even think we stayed on that subject, but, like, I think just existing in that space together was, like, his, like, closeness, safety. So, sad.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk. I didn't think I could be serious, so I was like, this seems like a serious moment. Let her just go on about it.
Let's talk about grief.
Yeah. I get that. I do love that he called you and you got to kind of have that moment, though.
Yeah, I feel like me and my middle brother, like, we're always there for each other in that way.
Yeah, you guys have always been super close. I do think that losing your parents and, like, moving back in the house together too, like, you guys have just gotten closer.
Yeah, and it's beautiful because, like, now too we have his son is about to turn 3, and then I have my 17-month-old. So
you guys are gonna kind of live that together as well.
Yeah. So we're going through a lot of the stuff together.
Oh yeah.
And also, like, having those babies after, you know, your parents.
Oh yeah, we won't go there.
Yeah.
I can imagine that. I didn't even think about that. I don't have kids.
Yeah.
When the children topic of children come up, I'm like, I have no idea. I don't even know how to talk to kids. I just talk
I didn't intend to, actually. And then I met this guy.
It just kind of happened.
And I was like, oh my God, I love you, and I love your freaking kid, and let me get one of them.
See, I can love somebody with a kid. I'm like, oh, I love you. I love your kid. Not for me, though. I will love yours. It will be ours, but no thank you, mine. I'm not a woman, so it's a lot easier, I feel, to be like, it wouldn't be even hard for me. I wouldn't have to do any of the hard work of carrying a baby.
Yeah.
Just gotta, you know,
When it comes out, though, it's difficult.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It seems horrible. Pregnancy seems horrible.
I actually love being pregnant. Different topic.
One of my sister said she loves being, like, one of them said that.
It's something you can't describe.
Yeah.
You can describe it, it seems horrible. I mean, that's how I would describe it. But that's, as a guy, I'm saying that. I want to be very clear.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
But yeah, pushing out's not great.
Yeah.
I don't recommend that part.
Probably the worst part. I think most people agree.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem too hard. I want everyone to know I'm being very sarcastic with that. It seems.
Jake just wants to sign his death warrant tonight is all.
Yes.
I respect women and how hard it is to be a woman.
And I am joking, and I promise that this is not real.
If anything, if you hear me talk,
the more you clarify it, the more it sounds like you're
it sounds like I'm like, I would say I shit on men way more. Not a fan of them. Well, depends on what we're doing.
In some ways.
Wow.
I'm drunk.
Devolving.
Okay, but that was nice. I am glad we got to talk about your brother more.
Yeah.
He's a cool bean. I hope y'all get to talk to him.
I hope so too. Thanks for coming on, Crystal. This was really good.
Love you.
Appreciate y'all.
We love you.
Love you.
I hope everyone enjoyed this week's interview with Crystal Knight, a person I would describe as a welcome irritation. And on top of that, it was really great to see Maisy and Crystal get to chat and really show how strong their friendship has been over the years. Rate and review, if you're a real friend, that is. They'll know when they listen. Just fuck you, Jake.
What are you talking about?
And I think that is how I'm helping these men grow. As a reformed misogynist and piece of shit. That's Catsy right there. My cat's better than all of your cats. Are you good? Do you have any more questions? We can edit it.
I'm good.
Okay.